My name is Emily. I am the Crazy Flippa Mom, and today we're talking about price suppressions on Walmart. And I just want to, can I just rage out this entire episode? When I talk about Walmart, it usually is just raging. I don't have a lot of positive to say. I am actively selling here. I have a healthy account. Those are all positive things. But man, they're making so many changes. And one of my biggest concerns is I start thinking, who are these changes for? Because they're not for third-party sellers. They're for press, better press. They're for shareholders. I don't think they're considering third-party sellers anymore. A big turnaround from last Walmart Seller Summit in San Francisco when it was like so seller focused and there was just so much they were giving sellers. What a change 1 year has made. That, man, I really am interested to look at their Q1 numbers. I think that's the only hope I have left. And people on Instagram are like, just wait for Q1 numbers. They will make changes in once they see the nosedive of sales. I don't know though, because Walmart doesn't need third-party sellers. I think they can use them to meet their overall goal of like offering more products on their platforms and hitting whatever their next goal money-wise is and whatever, and competing with Amazon. But they, at the end of the day, don't need third-party sellers. It's not like Amazon, because they already offer all this product on their own in their stores. I'm just concerned that they used us to get where they're at, and now, man, they're on a rampage. You can get suspended on Walmart for undercooking chicken at this point. You can get suspended if you have too many errors that you cannot actually delete from your catalog, by the way. They won't go anywhere. They won't delete. You could get suspended, or you won't get ungated in health and beauty or whatever category you want to get ungated in because you have too many errors. So let's talk about price suppression, because price suppression ruined my Q4 last year. They rolled out this algorithm before Christmas last year. I brought it up to them in the Seller Summit. I was in a listening session, and honestly, if I tell you too much of what happened in that listening session, I will get sued. But it was a complete dead end. That's what I'll tell you. Nothing happened. I brought up that price suppressions ruined my Q4. The algorithm is broken. But I think with all of the gating that happened, it really took a back burner to the more pressing issues. Now that I'm starting to list seasonal again, I'm running into the same problems, right? Because I list a lot of clearance, as you know. I don't get hit with price suppressions on that stuff as much. I think there's multiple reasons. One is that stuff is not actively in stores anymore because I'm buying like at the end of the year. Other thing is I'm able to list a lot lower and still compete. I have more room in my price, but now I'm picking up seasonal. I'm buying it full price, and I've been listing it high, and I'm starting to run into price suppressions. I'm interested how you're dealing with this. I'm going to show you one here. It's crazy because I am grossing 73 cents or something like that. And this is a price gouging issue. I really don't know how Walmart expects third-party sellers to compete against them, right? We cannot. We can never compete against their prices. Everybody knows Walmart is getting the best price everywhere. That's why they're able to offer low prices. But newsflash, wholesale is usually higher than what retail arbitrage is. I tried to get into back to school supplies wholesale. The prices at Walmart and Target were cheaper than wholesale. So I was like, okay, I'll just buy my stuff here and go that route. If they want us to compete against them on their catalog, the marketplace is dead. We can never do that. Also, they are dying for private label, for people to bring on new products, knowing full good and well they will suppress the similar products they're trying to sell, knowing full good and well it is going to be on page 5 unless you run ads, and even if you do run ads, they're crappy. I don't know. This is what I'm sitting here thinking, what is the end game? How does anybody make money on this platform anymore? When I went to the Seller Summit this summer, that's kind of what I walked away thinking. Who is your target audience based on the things they were deciding to talk about from stage? I really didn't understand, because it's not sellers. they used us to get where they're at, and I don't know if they decided it's not worth it anymore because they don't really need third-party sellers to be profitable and to be a great, you know, money-making business. They have stores everywhere. But it does concern me, and price suppressions is such a big issue. If you're not looking for ways to beat this system, price suppression algorithm, it is going to kill your catalog. And this is why bundles have been so important in the past, because you can get your price listed on a bundle and you don't get hit like you'd get hit on that Walmart one pack. But they're taking down bundles. Of course they are. And I want to say this, you really need to understand your fees. And this seems so introductory, I know. Fees on this platform can eat you alive, right? Almost impossible anymore to sell a product under $10. It is impossible to sell a product, WFS, under $10 on Walmart. WFS, you get that. On Amazon, maybe, but shipping, man, shipping will take you out. WFS, they're charging you an extra dollar under $10. I don't know how people are doing it. I understand now why people list their price like $6.99 and then do shipping like $5.99 just to get around some of the price suppressions. But also, I don't feel like that's an answer to the bigger problem here is shipping. I also think they're making that what they call egregious shipping too, and you can get suspended for that. Is there any good news? I don't know. I have a healthy catalog. I'm still making sales. I, for the most part, feel like this marketplace has been almost completely ruined. And that maybe that's just my experience. Maybe I'm on like a sinking ship. I don't know. Maybe the time of like really living on Walmart and making money as a third-party seller is over. That is possible. I, for the longest time, loved selling here, and I think it does gut me a little bit to see these changes and to step back and be like, we're all suffering. Nobody's winning from these changes. I wish they worked with sellers a little bit closer before they decided to make these ridiculous changes. I'm really trying to like not use any harsh language and to be professional here. But we do hope raccoons have babies in your car. Whoever's making these changes, whoever's responsible for these changes, we hope that when you bring your Christmas tree in, it has lice, okay? Relax, it's not. That being said, I am kicking WFS in the nuts. I bought a ton of clearance. I sent it in for Christmas. In previous years, I tend to go way too deep in on merchant. I do hundreds of orders a day, and I just do not have it in me to do that for multiple reasons. And for the biggest one is I don't want to do it. I've been doing this a long time, and I don't want to miss all the Christmas season because I'm shipping. And so I'm trying to be really, really smart with my time and grow up a little bit here and put in the effort now so I can get my stuff in on time. And that's what I'm doing today. At the end of the day, I love this season. I love the holidays as an Amazon and Walmart seller. I have to say Amazon and Walmart. I know that sounds like I'm about to sell you in something. I'm not. I'm excited for 2026. I feel like Amazon is really coming back, and I'm excited to move a lot of my focus back to that channel, back to that platform in multiple ways. I have friends crushing it over there, and so I'm really inspired again, even with all the BS-ery happening on Walmart. I'm glad that, and I think this is a good learning lesson for us all, have multiple platforms and not rely on just one, because at any point you could be suspended, deactivated, or they can decide to take stupid pills and ruin it for everybody, which we've seen here. I know this is a quick video. I wanted to put it out there to complain publicly and hopefully get someone's attention in the right department at Walmart to let them know of the issues in the algorithm, not just on like suppressing our price and not letting it sell as something profitable, but also changing the price for us. I've seen this myself, and other sellers have complained that you'll get on and you'll be selling products that you know you never listed at that price. Walmart is changing third-party sellers' price without consent. So if you're watching this and you're important and you're at Walmart, please, let's talk. Please, I want to get this right for sellers. I want to continue to sell in Walmart. I want this to be the marketplace that I think we all want it to be. So how can we make that happen? Thank you for being here and listening to me complain for this 10 minutes or so. If anything else, I hope that it gave you a little bit more awareness that you need to stay on top of these issues, because they are leading to bigger problems for sellers. I had a full day to think about my take yesterday on Walmart and to get a little bit of clarity. And I will say that nothing I said I regret, but I did want to give you some useful tips before I leave here. I'm acting like I'm never coming back, but if you do have issues with price suppression, you will see it in your catalog under unpublished. And when you go to the line item, the SKU in your catalog, it'll tell you the error status. And that is where it will say the item is unpublished because it violates Walmart Marketplace's pricing rule, which prevents price gouging or other unfair or abusive price practices. Review and update your price to republish the item. This is where I would grab the item ID and open a case. And typically what they want to see is the price you want to list it at, that price represented on another marketplace. So maybe it has been unpublished and price suppressed because the item is on clearance or on sale on Walmart or Amazon or Target. So it's hitting it, and it won't stay that way forever. We see that a lot where it comes in and out of price suppressions depending on Black Friday sales, Cyber Monday sales. So one option is to just leave it alone and let it come in and out as sales happen until maybe like January, where the sales kind of dwindle off and it comes back fully. The other option is obviously if you have products you need to sell for Q4, Thanksgiving, whatever it is, you need to open a case and you need to show where that price is represented on Amazon, like I mentioned, and pray to whoever out there that they will side with you and relist your product at your price. Now, I have also seen where you want to list it at, say you have a price you want at $12.99. There are other people on Walmart, other third-party sellers listed at $12.99, but for some reason, yours won't get listed. Yours won't get listed at $11.99, at $10.99, $9.99. I've gone around and around with them, and that's why I feel like every time they tell me an option, like when I spoke with them in San Diego, I think it was, and they're like, oh, you just need to do this. I've done it all. And it's really hit or miss who you talk to, 50-50 chance on whether it'll be fixed and listed again, or whether they'll just copy and paste their price gouging policy from Walmart, and then that's kind of it, and you have to open another case. Be prepared to deal with this holiday season. That's all I can say. I want to give you like this hope of, oh, it'll be fine once you open a case, but as we know with Walmart, nothing is ever that simple. That all being said, I am so excited for an upcoming Walmart community event that I am hosting along with Jordan, a good friend from Flash Pricer, and the Walmart specialist, Morgan herself. It is called From Restricted to Ready, and we're going to talk about ungating, all the restrictions, suspensions, what we're hearing is coming next, how to price effectively, how to deal with some of the things behind the scenes that we're actually seeing success in. We hope that you'll join us. It is a free event. All you have to do is register, and we hope to see you live again November 30th, 7 p.m. Central. There's no playback, so if you miss it, you miss it. I hope to see you there. Come with all of your questions, all of your solutions, all of your tips. I want to hear it all. And thank you for watching this. Bye.